Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And we're here once again with another Ruminations episode. And today my brother-in-law will be joining me. His name is Alden. Say hi to Alden.
Hi everyone.
Yes. And today our discussion will be on gender roles and how they have evolved, and to what extent have this evolution been for the better or for the worse. And I'm going to allow him to begin the discussion today. He's just going to say what he feels, how he feels about how gender roles have evolved over time, and as a male, how for him it has affected him either negatively or positively. So, Alden, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for agreeing to join me today. So tell me, how do you feel that gender roles have evolved over time? I mean, when you look at your parents, how they got along in their marriage, and maybe even your grandparents, and now, how do you see yourself in these roles? How do you see yourself fitting in? Or can you still fit into those traditional roles at all? And how that evolution of gender roles for you, how do you see it as being positive or negative?
Well, I'll start from my rules. My rule to me is the same as my parents.
Okay.
Because both my parents were working, and both my wife and I are working, and I learned from that both persons in the house help out.
Okay.
Now, before I go on to my aspect, I know from what you hear from other persons or what you see on TV or whatnot is that the woman does most of the work, and I believe it's a bit unfair within reason. If a woman is at home, she's not working, or she chooses to be at home, a housewife, therefore the bulk of the housework will be hers. The husband will be the breadwinner, bringing in the money, paying the bills and whatnot, and she takes care of the house. That does not mean the husband cannot help out around the house. However, in my parents' rule and my rule, both my mother and father who were working had secular jobs. So then by the time they come home, both persons have to help out in the house. Both persons have to take care of the children. Both persons have to play roles to do whatever in the house. It can be agreed as to what can happen, who takes care of what, or if you see something needs to be done, you just do it. In my case, my wife and I, we have separate rules as to who does what, how it happens. It was not discussed; it just happened.
But would you say that these roles somehow still fit into the traditional roles of the woman cooks, the woman does the laundry? Would you say that you all have very gender-based roles? For example, who does the yard work at your home?
I do the yard work at the house.
All right.
I do all the yard work at the house.
In your parents' home, who did the yard work?
Both
of them did it.
Yes.
So would you say that maybe you have fitted into those roles without even realizing that you're still very traditionally based?
In my aspect, I don't like housework at all. I don't like to sweep. I don't like to mop. So then Suzette, my wife kind of...
Suzette, by the way, is my sister, guys.
She kind of took over those roles, and I don't mind being outside for the whole day, doing all the yard work, because I don't like housework. However, if I come in and it needs to be done, and she said, "Alan, can you help me?" I will help.
Right.
But she does come outside and...
I was about to ask, would your wife take it upon herself?
She does, especially
to do yard work?
If she asks me to plant something and I've not done it for a good while, she'll go do it herself.
Okay, all right.
So we do, but then extensive yard work, like cutting the grass, no. She'll not be able to handle the equipment.
Why do you think that she wouldn't be able to handle it? Do you think it's probably because she never tried?
It can be she never tried, and two, she's just afraid to mess up the lawn. Three, she just believes, listen,
but do you believe she cannot do it?
I believe she can do it. It's just that she chooses not to because I'm there.
Because you're there.
Yes.
Okay, so there we go. And there we go talking again about the traditional gender roles. For example, when I was growing up, I never saw my mom do yard work. My father and the boys were responsible for the yard work, right? And even when I am at my own home, I generally wouldn't say that I do any yard work either. I don't.
There you go.
I leave that for my husband if
Right.
something needs to be done. So, my thing is, so have we evolved as much as we think we have?
I believe we have in certain aspects, but
Mhm.
then certain things are still ingrained as to
Mhm.
what the husband should do, what the wife should do,
Mhm.
what a man should do, what a woman should do.
Mhm.
But I believe it's still ingrained. I believe so.
I believe so too. I honestly believe that we think we have made so much progress
Mhm.
in terms of gender roles in the household, and I'm simply looking at the household,
Mhm.
and we probably haven't changed all that much. I think too, men probably tend to do a little more now
Mhm.
than they used to in the house because again, women are also working the
Working.
same number of hours that men
Right.
work and sometimes more. And so they are forced because again, women don't accept this thing of, oh, I have to cook the food. Then I have to serve it on a plate for my husband. Then I have to pick up the plate from him on the table. Then I have to wash up after him. I think that is definitely something that I'm seeing a lot less of. For example, now my husband picks up the slack a lot because I've been a student for a long time. And my husband picks up the slack a lot. So I cannot tell you when was the last time I actually washed clothes at my home because when I'm a student, he has more flexibility with his time. So he
Right.
does that. And he makes no bones about it. He doesn't complain about it. He does it. And my husband is much older than I am. So, in terms of traditional, I would expect, if anything, that he would be
He would.
somebody who would probably not feel comfortable doing those things. But he has accepted that
Yeah,
for
I
now he has to do
Yeah.
it because when I'm on vacation and he's home and he's going off and I'm like freer, then I do what I have to do
Exactly.
because I'm in the house.
I believe it's just a matter of understanding. If the woman is home or the wife is home, the house would be spotless.
Right.
She'll pick up everything. She'll do everything. But however, if she leaves, we both leave in the morning. We both come home at 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. A well-thinking person would not expect a woman to go back and cook and clean and wash clothes
And take care of the children.
on her own.
Right.
She would need the assistance because we both go out.
But would you say that you would be comfortable being a house husband?
Within reason. The reason I'm saying it it will not be a matter of choice. Let's say, God forbid, I lose my job. That I'm home. That I'm a house husband. So that my wife will be working. She'll be the breadwinner at the time. Although we both breadwinners, but she'll be a primary one.
Right.
So then, me in the house, I can't just be sitting there. I need to do whatever needs to be done in the house. But I will not. It's not out of choice. I will go back out to look for a secular job.
So, viewers, again, I'm coming back to this point. I still think that we have not totally evolved. Yes, men do a lot more in the household than they used to. But in terms of traditional roles, like who does the heavy lifting, who does the outside work, or what we would call the dirty work, generally, the wives leave it to the men. And, from what I see, it's still like that in a lot of households that I know of, that the men tend to do more of those things. And, so maybe we are not as progressive as we've been thinking that we are. But that's my take on it. So, thank you for watching. Please let me know what you think about how gender roles have evolved over time in the comment section below. Please don't forget to like this video if you like it and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of Ruminations and more of just how, I live in the Caribbean, life, my hair journey, my makeup journey, which I have not done anything much of yet, but I will get back to it shortly. I've been practicing. Please be informed. So thanks for watching. Bye for now, guys. Say bye.
Bye, guys.